I'm tapping in. Thank y'all for tapping into Yocuzpodcast, man. Y'all know who it is, man. It's Cuz on the 1 and 2, man. We lit tonight. It's lit Monday. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's all about Uncle Trump. Y'all already know I'm gonna put Trump on blast because Trump doing some wild shit. And guess what? He making shit happen though. I ain't gonna lie. Trump want the man. Listen, people want the troops everywhere. But listen, man, I need y'all to pay attention tonight. Thank y'all for tapping into Yo Cuz Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and drop a comment out of this episode because we lit tonight, man. Make sure y'all pay attention, man, and what's going on. Because everybody want Trump everywhere. They want Trump military team everywhere. Let's go.
Trump is once again using the military, this time aiming at Portland, Oregon. In a social media post yesterday, the president authorized what he described as a full force if necessary. Trump claims the city is war-ravaged and that ICE facilities there are under siege by Antifa and what he calls domestic terrorists. This is video from yesterday showing federal agents. They're already arriving in Portland. Homeland Security, they're backing Trump, pointing to what it calls weeks of violent riots.
Listen, man, I ain't gonna lie. Trump putting the military men to work is not a game, right? They doing so good by locking shit down. They want them out Portland now, bruh. That's crazy, bruh. You hear me? Listen, he not playing. He going to sign the paper, and they want him out. Man, listen, they want the military troops everywhere, bruh. They need the crime to stop, bruh. And he ain't playing, man. Make sure y'all pay attention what's going on. Roll them J's up, pull that drink, because we lit tonight. Let's go.
Riots, but state and local leaders in Oregon, they tell a very different story. They say Portland is not under threat, the city is calm, and that sending in troops will only stir up conflict. CNN military analyst Colonel Cedric Layton joins me now. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Well, President Trump.
Good morning, Veronica.
Good morning. And as we just talked about, he's sending troops to Portland. I mean, what do you make of all of this?
Well, it seems very similar to the deployment in Los Angeles that we had earlier this year, Veronica. And one of the things that is important to note here, it depends really on how President Trump deploys these troops and what kind of troops he's deploying. If it's active duty military, they're going to be under the Posse Comitatus Act, which means that they really cannot be used for law enforcement purposes. So it limits the scope of action that they would have. The other thing is if he nationalizes the National Guard, the Oregon National Guard or other National Guard elements from other states, that falls under a different set of rules, and those rules could allow them to be part of a law enforcement effort. It seems as if the deployment is based on the idea of protecting ICE facilities and ICE agents as they go about their duties, but it is definitely a slippery slope because local authorities.
Oh, I got it. Now I know why the troops over there, they going for the Spanish people. They going to protect ICE for snatching these Spanish people, sending them back. That's what's going on. Because ICE are going on. Hey, listen, ICE are going everywhere. If you Spanish, you better go put some black powder on your face or something, man. It's not a game, bro. They coming to get you, especially if your papers ain't right. They come to get you. So you better go do the right thing. No bullshit.
As you pointed out, are not requesting these troops. They don't see a need for them. And it happens to be the case that crime rates in Portland are actually decreasing during this period of the last year or so. So it's questionable as to what the rationale really is for doing this.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what plays out there. Let's also talk about this surprise meeting that's coming up that Pete Hegseth ordered, calling in officers from all over the world. I'm really struck by what we're hearing from our sources who are telling CNN that this meeting will likely resemble a pep rally, and a defense official even telling us that it's about getting the horses into the stable and whipping them into shape. I mean, what do you make of that? What do you think that the officers are feeling as they're heading into this meeting?
Well, it can't be good, and this is one of those things where when they look at language like that, they have a lot of experience. These officers have served for 25 to 30 some plus years, and they not only know their units and they've had long experiences with warfighting in actual combat situations in most cases. They also understand a lot about what is necessary from a strategic standpoint in terms of what we should be using the military for. So when it comes to this kind of a meeting which is unprecedented in its scope and in the nature of this, they're looking at this and they're saying, okay, what kind of surprises are going to be in store for us? How is the Secretary of Defense going to conduct this possible pep rally? It's hard, frankly, for me to imagine a pep rally with a bunch of generals and admirals, but regardless, it's going to be a situation where we have them listening to the Secretary of Defense, who will probably be giving a speech, possibly one of three speeches that he's going to be giving about the military and the state of affairs. And basically what he wants to do is apparently inculcate a warrior ethos into the military, starting from the generals and admirals at the top. Those people, many of them have that warrior ethos. Those that do not, I'm sure he'll determine whether or not he wants to keep them. But it is one of those areas where I think he is going to look at a way in which he can resize the military. And one other quick thing, Veronica, that I want to mention, the National Defense Strategy is about to be released. And it's possible that he's going to try to recalibrate the military according to the lines of that new National Defense Strategy, which has a greater emphasis on the domestic side of things. So things like what we are going to possibly see in Portland, what we saw in Los Angeles, that kind of stuff might become much more common under this strategy if it's actually executed. And the other part of it is that it'd be more concentrated on the Western Hemisphere as opposed to, say, Europe or the Middle East or Asia. So that's going to be interesting, especially for those combatant commands that are focused on global missions in those parts of the world.
Yeah, I also really wonder about security concerns here because some of these officers have been called out of conflict zones. I mean, is that safe?
No, it's not, for a variety of reasons, not necessarily just for the personal security of those officers, which is absolutely a key concern, but it is also an issue when it comes to the ability of these commanders to actually control and react to potential threats that are happening in their theaters. So, for example, if, let's say, you're the commander in Europe and you're called back to do something like this and the Russians do something provocative, say in Eastern Europe, you should really be in a position to respond to that quickly and provide whatever assistance the United States can at that particular point. And you shouldn't be off in a meeting in Quantico when that's really not part of your duties as a commander for that particular theater.
Yeah, well, we will certainly be watching to see what comes out of this meeting next week. Colonel Cedric Layton, thank you so much for joining us.
You bet.
Imagine being able to
Listen, thank y'all for tapping in the Yocuzpodcast. Like I say, Trump is sending the troops over to Portland. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all subscribe to that YouTube channel because we lit all night. Catch you.